Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is about how to buy a used car from a private individual and the things to look for. First of all, if you're going to be looking for a car, don't wear all of this jewelry that I'm wearing because you're going to get your hands dirty while you're looking over the engine, and you might want to bring a pair of gloves. So the first thing that I like to recommend, and this is the most important tip that I'm going to give you, especially if you're a female and you have to go and check out the car on your own. Please do this only on a cold engine. You don't want to do this if the engine is warm at all. You want to check the reservoir to the coolant, and you want to check it and look and make sure that it's clean and not milky. Even if there is some residue, this car is completely cold. It's not warm at all, so there's no bubbling or anything. You want to look in the reservoir and make sure that it looks good and not milky, and the coolant is a fresh green or pink color depending upon which type of coolant it takes. So always be mindful of this reservoir and check it, and if it does have a milky or thick sludge appearance under there, you need to run, not walk away, and do not purchase the car because it is indicative of a cracked cylinder block or something catastrophic. Blown head gasket, which adds up to a lot of money if you're going to have to repair the car. If you should decide to get it anyway, don't. And also, you also want to look under the oil cap. Same rule applies here. You want your oil to be a regular light brownish color, not sludgy, not a dark, thick, goopy color. Nothing like that. And as you can see on this car, there's no leakage, nothing to be concerned about. But always check these out before you even drive the car. Preferably, you would want to ask the person that you're going to check the car out on, is to ask them to not crank the car, or you're going to have to wait until the car cools down, because if this car has that milky substance that I mentioned, either here or here, it's not going to be a vehicle that you're going to want to purchase. Absolutely not. Don't even consider it. Another tip is to always look for any frame damage or body damage in the car. And a good way to do that under the hood is to make sure that these bolts and everything here are color coordinated with the factory car color, and everything is matching. And you can see the stamps from the Ford factory here. And that's also, you can see this frame is straight, and everything is in straight and perfect working order here. None of this is bent, just a little dirty. But same thing for the other side. You want to check that also, and just make sure that every bolt is matching, same as the factory. And as you can see, this car is from the factory. It's the same color. Everything is uniform. It is not, there's no bent frame. I know because this is my vehicle. This is a Ford Explorer XLT. Very comfortable. Just a regular person vehicle. Gets terrible gas mileage for the most part. But anyway, back to the tips at hand. So to recap, we've got our coolant reservoir, So long as it's not a milky, sludgy, contaminant type material under the cap or in the reservoir, that's okay. And same goes for the oil. That's okay too if it's not sludgy or anything. Also, check out the frame and the nuts and bolts. Make sure everything's in uniform and color. Next tip that you want to go for is to make sure that everything in the vehicle works properly. You want to make sure all the lights work, and you want to make sure the windshield wipers work. Make sure the horn works. You want to roll the windows up and down numerous times, not just one time, because sometimes people are not all the way honest, and they can omit certain factors, and the windows might roll up one time or two times, and then they may never roll up or down again. So I'm begging you to please check it numerous times. Also check the glove box. Make sure you have the owner's manual in there. Any repair bills that the owner can provide for you to let you know that this car was well taken care of. Also, check out the AC and heat. Please remember to do this even in the heat of the summer. You're gonna want to try this heater. You're gonna want to turn it all the way to hot. Blast that heater. I know it's gonna be hot, but you're gonna want to make sure the heat works when the winter comes. Same thing for in the summer. Same thing for other seasons. You're going to want to make sure that AC works even in the winter. So, blast that AC, make sure it works, make sure everything comes on. Check your radio. A radio is not the most important thing to me. I like to listen to my car. I'm a car person, so check all your blinkers. It helps if you bring a friend along to, check out the lights and everything, and get them to stand behind the vehicle while you check all the lights and check the blinkers, and they can tell you whether you're missing a light bulb or one of them is not working. You always want to check just all around the vehicle, inside and out. Make sure that everything is the way it should be. This headliner is good. Everything is in great shape here. So be mindful of all of that to check blinkers, lights, the horn, the windows. If it had a sunroof, check that out numerous times, because sometimes things will just work one time and then they'll never work again, and then you'll be stuck with fixing it. Or you may have a window that never rolls back up again, and when it rains, you're going to get soaking wet. So be mindful of all these tips. And if this video helped you any, please subscribe to my channel for more car videos, and please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.